Alright, so we're going to grab a couple more battles today. Let's see what's going on. So, the big threats here are going to be Swampert and Mandibuzz. If you look, gracefully there's no ghosts, so High Jump Kick is still free. High Jump Kick kills Magneton, should kill Togekiss, kills Scrafty, does a chunk to Mandibuzz, easily 2-hit KOs anything on his team, one-shots Jolteon. So, keeping Mr. Whiskers alive is a pretty easy way to win this for me. Excadrill is good here. It can threaten to one-shot on Jolteon or Magnezone and do a lot to Togekiss, but I don't think it one-shots, which means that I'm weak to an Aura Sphere in return. Also, Mandibuzz pretty much hard walls me. So I'm going to be trying to chip down Swampert, and I'll probably throw away a Pokemon just to get the chip I need on Swampert, which will let me remove it and then be able to use Volt Switch much more effectively. I still don't see a reason not to lead Mienshao. Yeah. Which is what we're going to do. This is absolutely great because I'm going to click High Jump Kick here. And I don't know what on his team wants to eat it. The reason you wouldn't just High Jump Kick like this is if you're afraid that your opponent has, I don't know, Protect. But there's virtually no set of Scrafty that runs Protect, as you want to run your Dark and your Fighting coverage, and possibly a Bulk Up. There you go. Man, this thing is bulky. But that's quite fine. So, while High Jump Kicking again seems decent, I don't want to risk this thing having Brave Bird, because Mienshao just absolutely wins this game if I keep it healthy. Stealth Rock or Roost seem good for it here, so I'm going to taunt it before I leave. Which is risking Brave Bird, but I don't think they click at the first turn. Yeah, they're going to try to Roost off that damage. And so I'm expecting Roost to Fog. Usually Foul Play is the only offensive move that these things run, but I haven't seen one in a while, so I don't feel super comfortable just staying in. Scrafty doesn't care about Stone Edge, so if I switch to Tyranitar, he has easy Stone Edge switch-ins. I might go get my own rocks up here. We'll see if he stays in. Okay, so because he stayed in, I'm fairly certain that this is a Brave Bird coming. There's no reason he'd stay in, because Foul Play wouldn't do enough to me. I'm just going to go ahead and get up my own rocks. So Mandibuzz's ability, Overcoat, means it's going to be immune to sand, which is really sad for my team. It means I can't rely on sand to chip down offense, or to chip down defensive walls like I usually do. Okay, Foul Play. That's great. So that means that if we ever catch this thing in again at less than 100 health, or less than 100%, if you noticed, I think our first High Jump Kick did, after Leftovers Recovery, just about 50%. We can kill it, because it can't threaten to one-shot me with that move. I'm going to go ahead and get... This thing's bulky enough that Ice Fang isn't a 2-hit KO. The more and more I play with it, the less I like that move. Okay, cool. So, now we've got to see what this guy's doing. Drain Punch and High Jump Kick are both okay moves for him to use here. He could use Bulk Up. Let me pull up the calculator. I'm fairly certain that Mienshao still one-shots him through a Bulk Up. This is risky to just go hard Mienshao here, but I think I'm going to do it. The threat of me going to Gengar, yeah. The threat of me going to Gengar or just healing him out was too high. So there's no reason he would have just hard Drain Punched. On top of that, without a Bulk Up, he shouldn't kill me. And now we're in the fantastic situation where Mienshao can no longer come in to check High Jump Kick, because it'll take 25% of its health from those Stealth Rocks, and add a High Jump Kick if it does. Cool. So he's going to sack off Magneton. Boop. So the arguments for Magneton over Magnezone is that Magneton has fairly high special attack and can carry Eviolite, which means it's bulky enough to survive a lot of hits that it resists, while still lacking some just the sheer power. Ooh, um, hmm. I believe that I do die to Specs Volt Switch. The issue is that because I have the special defense CVs on my Hippowdon, Jolteon's going to do so little that even if he calls this and clicks Hidden Power Ice, I don't particularly care. Okay, cool. Go to Scrafty. I can just keep bringing in Mienshao and forcing him to give me a Pokemon. And because of Regenerator, even if I get a little bit of chip on Mienshao, it's no problem at all. So I've showed him that I normally bring in Mienshao on this play. Let me pull up the calculator really quick to make sure I'm not going to get one shot by Drain Punch. I would guess that because he's Taunt, he is Crunch, Drain Punch, Taunt, and then either Rock Slide or Bulk Up. Bringing it in on a Powdon makes me think it's Bulk Up as opposed to Rock Slide. But let's go ahead, pull up the Pokemon damage calculator. You should adjust the calculator to level 50. Sometimes it matters, but if the calculation isn't that close, it won't matter very much. Scrafty. Let's just assume worst case scenario, max attack. Mienshao. Not even close. So no reason for me not to go Mienshao here. If he doubles into Jolteon, which is the only thing that stops me from clicking High Jump Kick. Ooh. Dragon Dance Taunt. Okay. Wait. +1 speed. 252. Okay, so if he is a plus speed nature. Okay, so he has to be Jolly with 252 speed EVs to outspeed me. Which, if you run Dragon Dance, he probably is. But that means that he's not Adamant, which means that there's no way he one-shots me. So we're still going to click High Jump Kick. Yeah. And we just pray we don't miss here. Good. Mienshao is absolutely devastating in this matchup. Any team that doesn't have a Cofferegus just makes me smile. That's why this team's secondary win condition in a lot of games actually ends up just being removing the Ghost with Tyranitar and the threat of Excadrill making them play weird. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Well, it's tempting to kill him. We're going to go ahead and take 10% max HP if we do, and Mienshao is too important for this matchup. Scrafty was the Pokemon that he wanted to switch in on Stone Edge, though. So we're going to go ahead, get our free healing because Mienshao is not broken, and go to Tyranitar. Ooh. So that was never the correct play. The reason he did that is he didn't want me to sit there and keep high jump kicking. You can move over your opponent's Pokemon to see its HP percent. He knows I'm Life Orb, so he knows there's no chance that Mienshao can stay in an attack there. He should have healed up on the case that I went to maybe Excadrill, because then he has a decent chance to survive. That being said, I'm just going to throw off a Stone Edge here. Yep. It's pretty stressful not having 100% accurate moves, but I guess you do what you have to do. The reason he stayed in there is because he wasn't sure if I was Choice Scarf, so he was thinking he'd have a chance to heal up and then hopefully dodge the attack. Here comes Swampert. Now with Swampert, all I need to do is give this thing just the tiniest amount of chip. And to do that, I think... I think I'm favoring just giving him Magnezone. Now that everything's set up, I'm going to stop playing as slowly as I have been. Sorry about that. Yeah, I could have gone to Gengar predicting that. But, I mean, on the chance that he's Choice Band Waterfall, I don't want to throw away Gengar right here. Because now... Okay, cool. So now we know his leftovers. You go Gengar on this play. We Will-O-Wisp. Now, potentially he's afraid of Giga Drain and he switches anyways, which is a decent argument for me to substitute there. But yeah. Didn't think that was likely. Ooh, that's even better. Okay, so while Gengar has crappy defenses in both special and physical, his physical defense is certainly much worse, which means that Scald coming off of Swampert's special attack, which is also lower than its physical, really doesn't do much. It's unfortunate because the burn was meant to play around its high physical attack. But we'll do what we can. Sacking Gengar here does not matter to me in the slightest. I've got that burn on him to neutralize leftovers, and wow, this is a bulky set. Importantly, especially bulky set. I'm totally willing to give him Gengar. So this thing can only check Excadrill if it's at basically full health, and it doesn't get access to any healing moves. So while it looks like I just threw away Excadrill and Gengar there, I did that to make sure I have a 100% chance of winning after I bring in the Pokemon that I need. And that's the way you should be looking at the end game. You should be looking at what Pokemon they have, how to maneuver the Pokemon that you need to win the game into a position to do so, not just about keeping all your Pokemon or switching into the moves that deal the least amount of HP. Killing off Magnezone and killing off Gengar there means that I can focus on the 4 Pokemon I know guarantee win this matchup and making sure that they do that. Because of this, we're just going to fire off another high jump kick. Bada bing, bada boom. He goes into Jolteon here. I switched into Hippowdon. And that's going to be a wrap. Let me pull up the damage calculator, but I believe he lives this. Togekiss. Yeah, physically defensive Togekiss lives this. I'm honestly on the side of just high jump kicking anyways. Okay, cool. So he's not physically defensive. That was a bit of an odd play. So choice scarf variants or physical defensive variants would have got me there. The thing is, if he's either of those, I bring in Tyranitar and click Stone Edge to finish this match out. 2 hidden power. Ooh. Unless he's choice specs, 2 hidden power ice shouldn't finish off a Hippowdon here. And again, doesn't matter if it is, because then we bring in Excadrill. Yikes. All right, and good game to him. Mienshao just tore that team apart, and I think really could have benefited from a Ghost. Scrafty is underrated, and I think actually a pretty good Pokemon. Togekiss, I don't see usage of it. Swampert isn't something you should sleep on. If you're looking for a decently bulky Stealth Rocker that actually has quite a surprisingly high offensive presence, Swampert is absolutely that. It puts a hard stop to sand teams if you keep it at full health, which is never something to, take lightly. Okay, that's all for this one. See you later.